Okay, so we'll settle in to another practice, and I feel a little bit inspired by the quote that I shared, this idea of using vision as a way of bringing about change. And a few weeks back, we sort of explored that with this idea of, practicing more often, and practicing more often in our day. So I suppose we kind of call it the informal mindfulness practice. So if we're pausing while we're making a cup of tea, or before we go into a room, or finishing a task, is to have that sense of noticing how you are, taking a deep breath, feeling your feet on the ground. And, it's even working with vision there, this kind of imagining yourself in those scenarios as a way of kind of creating the neural pathways in the brain. And this is what we're doing when we're visioning, is creating the neural pathways to enable something to happen. It's how we have an idea for something. It starts from somewhere, an image, a picture, words that sort of come together with this sense of what something could be. So of course we can, maybe not even just with things in our lives, if we want something to be different, but also with ourselves. So we can create this vision of ourselves, of, I was going to say how we'd like to be, but actually as I started thinking about it, I thought, no, it's because it's already a part of us. We have moments when we are, whatever it is we want, peace, calm, less anxious. We do have moments of those. So it's a part of us. So we're not trying to be something else. We're just strengthening that part of us that perhaps we would like to be more of. So I thought we could explore a bit of that today. And I mean, the invitation is to sort of go as far with it, or just, tentative steps, whatever feels comfortable. In some ways, it might be akin to imagining our wiser self. But again, that's still just a part of us that we want to work towards being a little bit more like, or drawing energy from. So for me, it's about working with the parts of us that are already in existence, and maybe strengthening those parts of us that we'd like to be, a little bit more of from time to time. So we'll settle in to begin with. We'll do a little bit of focused attention practice, and then we'll explore with this visioning if that feels comfortable for you. Okay. All right, so coming into a comfortable seat. And just taking a moment to settle in. You might like to close the eyes or hold a soft gaze. Bringing your attention into the body. And perhaps just taking a moment to feel your feet on the ground. Feeling into the sensations in the soles of the feet. Taking a moment to feel your seat in the chair or whatever you're sat upon. Perhaps taking a moment to soften the muscles around the backs of the legs, in the buttocks. Seeing if we can allow the weight of the body to sink onto the chair. Inviting the body to let go a little. And then having the upper body lifting out of the torso, lifting out of the pelvis, lengthening in the spine. So sitting tall with the crown of the head reaching towards the sky. But then not being too rigid, perhaps having the sense of softening around the frame. So we might relax the muscles in the face. Relaxing the jaw. Relaxing the shoulders as best we can. Softening in the fingers and the hands. And softening in the tummy, the front of the body there and the back, just allowing for the natural wave of the breath. And then widening out your attention to take in the whole body. So sensing the whole body, feeling the whole body breathing. And then you can choose to hold your attention on the sense of the whole body breathing, or if you prefer, you can narrow the focus of your attention down onto a point of the breath, say in the tummy, or the nostrils or the chest. Or if the breath is not comfortable for you today, focusing your attention on your hands or your feet or another part of the body. So choosing that place to rest your attention and staying there just for a moment. And when the mind wanders, just bringing the attention back to this part of the body, to the breath. Just bringing your attention back to the sensation, to this present moment. So from here, we'll explore using the mind, using the mind for the better. So this idea of imagining, visualizing, visioning. So first of all, what I'd like to start with, or invite you to start with, is identifying a part of you that actually you're not so keen on. A part of you that you might get a little bit niggled by, frustrated by. Could be a sense of irritability, show of anger, any any sense of ruminating or worrying, or how you might judge yourself or others or compare. A part that's critical towards you. So anything at all, just identifying a part of you that you're not so keen on. And just taking a moment here to imagine yourself being that way. So here we're recognizing a part of you, and it's important to recognize all parts of us, even those that we find difficult. So we can begin here by just acknowledging this difficult part of us and offering it compassion. So offering yourself compassion. You may do this by placing a hand on the body somewhere, bringing in a sense of a soothing, comforting touch from your hand. Maybe it's near the heart space on the chest. Maybe it's holding a hand. Anywhere at all that feels supportive. You might even offer yourself some kind words. I understand why you get this way. I'm sorry that you feel so angry or irritable, but I get why. It's okay to have these emotions. Okay. Offering yourself any soothing, any comfort that feels right. And then relaxing the arms, the hands, the body. If it feels right, maybe taking a deeper breath and releasing it all out. And now the invitation is to think, well, what's the opposite of that difficult way of being? How would I like myself to be? How am I sometimes? And again, this could be anything. This could be a wish to be more calm, more peaceful with yourself, with others, to judge less, to be more responsive, to be kinder to yourself, to be more joyful. So just finding that part of you this way of being that would support you better in some times. And here, using your mind, you can either remember a time when you were that way, or you can imagine yourself being that way. And really allow yourself to be specific with the details. Where are you in this scene? Who are you with? Are you smiling, laughing, looking after someone? Are you calm, peaceful, responsive? So using your mind as much as you can here to imagine or remember yourself in this way that you would like to be a little bit more sometimes. You might bring a smile to the mouth just to support the practice here. Seeing if you can really start to get a sense of what it feels like to be calm, to be patient, to be more joyful, to be kinder. And as best you can, just really seeing if you can allow yourself to feel the sensations in the body. Maybe there's a tingling, a lift, a warmth, a light. Whatever's true for you in this moment, seeing if you can really allow those sensations to flourish and for you to absorb them deeply into the body. The sense of absorbing the sensations really helps to strengthen the neural pathways that bit more. So as best you can, just resting now with those sensations. If it's helpful from time to time, just revisiting that image or memory, or drawing on the strength of the smile. And resting with those joyful sensations or calm and peaceful sensations. And if the mind wanders or gets lost in the story, as best you can, recognizing when that happens and just bringing yourself back to these pleasant sensations in the body, reimagining or re-remembering if you need to. Okay. So just for the last few moments of this practice, just letting go of any images, thoughts, words, and resting your attention in the body, either on a particular part of the body, or the breath, or the whole body. And we can finish by bringing our attention to our breathing. And we can notice the breath for a breath in and a breath out. And we'll bring this practice to a close. So just taking your time to shift from the practice back to the space that we're in. Maybe even carrying a little bit of that sensation still in the body. Might bring some gentle movement in and opening the eyes when you feel ready. Thank you for your practice.